Hello, and welcome to Professional Academy 2050. Today's category is personalities, and the title of the book is The 50th Law by 50 Cent, Robert Greene. What's inside? Explore 10 laws that help rappers 50 Cent build a successful career and choose strategies applicable to your life. You will learn why only shapeshifters survive, how to use your aggression, what makes a true leader, how to fight the fear of death. Key points: 1. Are we too scared to live? 2. Rely on your mind and sight. 3. Embrace life's mess. 4. Be strategic in your actions. 5. Complacency must be your biggest fear. 6. Don't waste your life. And 7 is the conclusion. About 50 Cent and Robert Greene. Robert Greene is a best-selling author of books about strategic thinking power and art of seduction. 50 Cent is a prominent rapper, actor, and music and TV producer. Let's begin. First up, be strategic in your actions. I apologize. First up is, are we scared to live? Fear was a saving mechanism for our ancestors. It boosted adrenaline and made them quicker and smarter in the face of danger. The human race survived thanks to fear. However, today's fight or flight response has evolved into omnipresent anxiety. Now, fear abides in our heads. We have worries about the future, fears from the past, and constant intimidation from the mass media. It seems like we're afraid of life itself. I would like to emphasize this sentence. Instead of life-saving emotion, fear became a mindset that handicaps us. Living in a state of fear is emotionally draining. That's why our society experiences so many psychological issues. Moreover, it damages our potential by giving in to worries and overthinking. We give up on our dreams more easily. As Robert Greene has stated, your fears are a kind of prison that confines you within a limited range of action. Growing up in the tough neighborhood of Southside Queens, rapper 50 Cent understood that fearlessness matters most on the path to success. This mindset helped him navigate his music career and became the foundation of his 10 laws packed in this video cast. So let's explore the principles to help you live to the fullest. Next up, rely on your mind and sight. Law 1. Sharpen your eye. Nowadays, we refer to reality as something to run from. We seek to cope and escape the real world through media, food, self-deception, and fantasies. However, one must reckon with reality to gain power in life. We must learn to see the world as it is and seek truth despite its somewhat unattractive appearance. Life depends on objectivity because we are more likely to overcome the things we can name. I would like to emphasize this sentence. Fear of reality makes your mind softer, and that is your biggest threat. Imagine encountering manipulative behavior at work. You can either chalk it up to the colleague's strong character or call it for what it is, a manipulation. Choosing the latter may hurt your ego, but it will create a margin for rational decisions. You will be alert for your colleagues' moves and stand your ground more firmly next time. So, practice the skill of unbiased view to be more strategic and straightforward. Law 2. Move towards independence. As babies, we depend on others for safety and protection. However, as adults, we should mature and shift to self-reliance. For a grown-up, searching outward for security leads to dangerous dependencies. You may settle down for a job you despise or stay in a toxic relationship just because you're afraid to be single. But to build a successful and fulfilling life, you must understand that a true sense of security comes from within. It's not about isolation, but a healthy mindset where you no longer wait for anyone to make you feel confident, accepted, and happy. Through that understanding, you form a proactive attitude to life. For instance, when bonding with people, you share mutual support and wholeness of love rather than waiting for them to be your saviors and caregivers. Of course, admitting you can count solely on yourself is frightening at first glance, but it is the only way to create a strong personality and enjoy life without fearing abandonment or helplessness. Next up, embrace life's mess. Law 3. Be inventive with what you have. No one's path is barrier free. However, while some people succeed and get what they want out of life, others capitulate. The difference between the two is boldness. Life's events are primarily neutral and become negative or positive only after you perceive them this way through the lens of fear. And only by looking at challenges with a steady heart can you force out as many blessings for them as possible. Estimate your circumstances, skills, and prospects without anxious attachments and consider how to turn your obstacles into opportunities. That way, you develop a mindset rooted in opportunism. For example, instead of being shy about your lack of formal education, you can sell it as an advantage for exceptional creativity and open mindedness. So it's up to you to fear your downsides or gain from them. Law 4. Welcome change. Although most people fear instability, there is an area of pleasant surprises in life's turbulence, and they belong to the shapeshifters. Humans seek to establish control over circumstances and create order, which can be helpful. Yet total commitment to a rigid system is dangerous. Life moves at an extreme pace, and the strategies you built 6 months ago can have no relevance today. You must constantly reinvent yourself and your agency to achieve and maintain success. I would like to emphasize the next sentence. Being flexible is the only way to manage life's chaos. By accepting that you cannot control everything, you join the flow of life and delight in all prospects it carries. Imagine you've pioneered a market with a unique product. If you fear trying new technologies and cling to the old ways of doing business, your competitors will soon pass you by. On the other hand, if you constantly monitor trends and create brand new products, other companies won't ruin your flow and you will always be the forerunner. With that perspective, you don't fear unpredictable events, you see them as invitations to evolve. Next up, be strategic in your action. Law 5. Use your anger. In the modern world, we appreciate politeness and tend to avoid confrontation. Although we should care about others' feelings, some cases call for calculated aggression. Life is full of conflict and battle, and if you are afraid of the slightest friction, you won't survive. But you can apply simple strategies in such confrontational situations. Being a lion means actively showing force to intimidate or destroy your enemy. When someone is gossiping about you, confront this person head on so that they fear you next time. Whereas fox, this approach requires maneuvering and patience. If someone humiliates you in the presence of others, you may not start a fuss immediately. You develop a plan to weaken their reputation behind the scenes. Understand that showing aggression doesn't make you a bad person. It means you take action to change a situation rather than passively wait for it to iron out. Moreover, you will see that people respect a strong character more than silent meekness. Law 6. Earn respect the hard way. You have probably heard the phrase, fake it till you make it in the corporate world or movies about successful business people. As compelling as this idea may be, it doesn't work in the long run. Faking may open some doors for you, but you must show competence and professionalism to get around on a certain level. To emphasize the next sentence, there are no shortcuts to real power. Imagine you want to build a team and create a productive atmosphere for your business. As the leader, you should be the role model, showing up to work, actively contributing to the meetings, always keeping the bigger picture in sight, demonstrating fearlessness and a proactive mindset. You don't want to fool people into working for you or play puppet master. You want to create a compelling vision and inspire others to follow it with your bold example. That way you build a glorious and long-standing reputation and gain the power to make your life prosperous. Did you know on average CEOs work 62.5 hours per week? Next up, complacency must be your biggest fear. Law 7. Get out of your bubble. 3,000 years ago, our ancestors built tribes for protection. People united around traditions and gods, cultivating suspicion towards anything unfamiliar. Although our world is a million times safer today, this primary fear of the unknown still drives us. That's why we stick to our social circles and are usually comfortable with people who don't share our values or lifestyle. However, there is tremendous power in curiosity and openness to the new. You broaden your outlook, gain more knowledge, and mentally grow when you dare to reach out to individuals with different views and backgrounds. Imagine starting a podcast about culture. If you invite guests who merely echo your opinions, your show won't be intriguing and you won't learn much yourself. But you will discover fascinating insights and make your episodes captivating by fostering conversations with people with contrasting views. The point of this law is not to please everyone or have no firm beliefs. The key here is to fearlessly discover the world around you and use this wisdom to thrive. Next up, Law 8. Aim for mastery. After the start of any process comes a phase of boredom. You arrive at the mundane routine where many people quit. They want to achieve results quickly, so the repetitive grind scares them away. But there is no way to grandeur and success other than through continuous persistence and discipline. I would like to emphasize this sentence: sharpen your skills to the level of fingertip fill. Let's consider music. A piano player must develop his technical skills before moving on to improvising. Spontaneous melodies flow naturally when a pianist's finger unconsciously move across the piano keys. However, such a technique requires years of monotonous practice. Understand that endurance and perseverance will help you master anything you do and open new horizons of influence and artistry. Next up, don't waste your life. Law 9. Never limit yourself. What you get in life hinges on who you are, and although you come from a certain background that formed you, you have the last word on your identity. As you grow up, your family and surroundings give you an image of what you are like: shy or go getting, disciplined or restless, tidy or messy. However, you decide whether to let these notions become part of who you are or alter your personality according to your will. As Robert Greene has stated, understand you are in fact a mystery to yourself. Imagine you get an idea for your first business. If you concentrate on the challenges and your incompetencies, you will get scared and never start. But ramping up your self-belief will allow you to take bold steps and ultimately rise to the occasion. As you dare to break free from the opinions of others and your insecurities, you discover how many things submit to strong willpower and ambition. Law 10. Reverse your perspective on death. For as long as our race has existed, we have dreaded the issue of death. We fear its uncertainty and invent all kinds of distractions and religious beliefs to cope with it. But as with all other fears, combating it is supremely rewarding. I would like to emphasize this phrase: accepting your mortality helps you live well. The fearless attitude towards dying implies facing the fact that your time is limited. That means you meditate on the idea that everything in this world is temporary, including yourself, which makes life more precious. As frightening as it may seem, this understanding gives you a sense of sharpness and urgency. It is now easier to decide what matters to you and is worth your time. You will discover how many things appear insignificant in that context. You won't chase material stuff or care about someone's opinion so much. That way, you transform the most depleting fear into the source of something positive: determination, clarity, and gratefulness. Next up, lastly, the conclusion. It is normally to have fears, but giving them too much space keeps your potential caged by worries and anxieties. Yet, it is the journey of a mature person to pinpoint and battle what they are afraid of. Although it requires effort and enormous self-belief, once you deal with one fear, you will find it easier to eliminate others as you go about life. That way, you will gain the momentum of fearlessness, leading to success and deep fulfillment. Try these tips. Review your goals and identify the fears holding you back from reaching them. Choose a strategy to fight these fears one at a time. Define your weakness and consider how you can transform them into advantages. And lastly, get to know 3 people outside your social circle this month. And that concludes our video today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you hit the push notification bell icon, you will get all our updates. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye for now.